Some things were never meant to be found, but Dr. Sarah Morgan couldn't resist the mystery of a forgotten pharaoh. Buried deep in the desert, his name erased from history, Neferkare, the cursed king. Sarah glances up from the scroll, excitement flickering in her eyes as the camera zooms in on the ominous hieroglyphs, warning of an ancient curse. The shot transitions to Sarah and her team standing at the entrance of a hidden tomb, half buried under layers of ancient sand. Crumbling statues of gods loom overhead, watching them. The door to the tomb creaks open on its own, an eerie groan that seems to echo in the wind. Sarah, determined, almost triumphant. This is it, the tomb of Neferkare, the greatest discovery of our time. They enter the dark passage, torches flickering as they descend. The walls are covered in strange hieroglyphs, glowing faintly, almost as if alive. The camera moves closer to their faces, showing their growing unease. They were warned. The curse was real, but ambition is a powerful force, and sometimes it speaks louder than fear. The sound of whispers grows louder as they approach the heart of the tomb. The team enters the burial chamber, a massive, shadowy room filled with pillars, and in the center, the grand sarcophagus of Neferkare. The ornate lid is covered in ancient symbols, glowing faintly in the dim light. Sarah, unable to resist, commands her team to open it. The lid creaks slowly, revealing a perfectly preserved mummy. Its eyes, black and hollow, stare lifelessly into the dark. Team member, nervously whispering, "Do you feel that? Something's wrong." The camera zooms in on the mummy's face, its eyes seemingly watching them. Narrator, building tension. As they disturbed the pharaoh's eternal rest, the tomb began to awaken, and something far more ancient and dangerous stirred. Suddenly, the torches flicker out. The room plunges into darkness. The air turns freezing cold. The walls tremble, and the distant sound of growling echoes through the chamber. Panic sets in. The team stumbles through the darkness, their breathing shallow and frantic. Daniel collapses to the floor, gasping for air as invisible hands seem to strangle him. His eyes bulge in terror. Daniel, gasping, "I can't breathe." Emma is yanked into the shadows, her scream cut short as she disappears from sight. The camera shakes as the team scrambles for an exit, but the tomb door slams shut with a deafening crash, trapping them inside. Sarah, desperate, her voice shaking, "We have to get out of here, now!" She frantically reads the scroll again, her hands trembling as she deciphers the final warning. "Those who disturb the tomb shall join the Pharaoh's legion of the damned." Narrator, low grim. The curse of Neferkare had been unleashed, and there was no escape. Sarah finally finds a way out, sprinting through the collapsing tomb as debris falls around her. She bursts into the open desert, gasping for breath under the twilight sky. For a moment, it seems like she's made it, but then she looks down at her hands. Her fingers begin to blacken, wither, and rot before her eyes. Her skin cracks like ancient parchment. Sarah, whispering in disbelief, "No, no, this can't be happening." She rushes to a pool of water and sees her reflection. Her face is transforming, mummifying like Neferkare. She backs away, horrified, realizing the truth. She is cursed. Narrator, eerie, final. Neferkare's curse had claimed another victim, and once it takes hold, there is no escape. The camera cuts to a new group of archaeologists, eagerly approaching the tomb, unaware of the horrors that await them. In the shadows, Sarah watches, her eyes black and hollow, transformed into a cursed guardian of the tomb. Narrator, whispering, "And yet, others come, unaware of the doom that awaits them inside." The screen fades to black as footsteps echo in the distance, and a final whisper is heard. The curse never sleeps.